Yeah. Now it is good to go. What started?
Okay. So
What
we
I'm
chant while we are seeing Dakshinamurti.
actually, the internet might break off. That we are actually in a different part of the Gurukulam.
Okay. So what shall we do about that? Towards the end, is it?
No, we
It can take us a minute. If you can give us a minute, we can run to the mandir. Can you give us 1
Okay.
minute?
So
Okay.
yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So in the meanwhile, I will start the inaugural prayer. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. We'll wait until Prashant is able to get us to see Dakshinamurti's shrine. So it's just the right uh, pause for a session on meditation. So one learns to be comfortable with silence. Oh, wonderful.
So, thank you, V's, for your blessings.
Wow. Okay, we can pray again. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Ishwaror Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om. So thank you for this, Prashant. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
And also on the this whole week of like leading up to Guru Purnima. So very beautiful. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So basics about meditation. We've had 4 classes of Drigdrishya Viveka, and by popular choice, on demand, we're going to have guided meditation sessions. So all of you are exposed to some sort of meditative practice, and I don't want to take anything for granted, and therefore I will go through some of the basic steps. Now before that, I just want to talk, just give like a broad overview about meditation, okay, because one has read and heard a lot, and so I just want to outline basics. So now, in our culture we define everything, okay, there is no room for vagueness, there is no room for doubt. So then the question is, what is meditation, what is dhyana? And so there is a definition for it. Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyapara. So Manasa Vyapara, Manasa Kriya, some mental activity. Related to what? Related to Saguna Brahma, that is Ishvara. So here it's important Because Manasa Kriya could be worry, could be anxiety. Surely that is not meditation. Manasa Kriya can be premeditated murder. I don't know how it came about. So obviously there is a lot of planning, if a murder is involved. So this is different from an impulsive murder. So it is said premeditated murder does not mean that the person has meditated before murdering. Okay, but we know, like common usage, a murder that was well planned is called premeditated murder. So now any manasa kriya, any manasa vyapara is not meditation. Manasa vyapara that involves some prayerfulness, only that qualifies for the use of the term dhyana or meditation. So then the question is, but why should I meditate? What's the whole purpose of it? So there are many things to meditation, and I don't want to talk too much about it, because unlike Shravanam, where you don't have to do much, meditation is where some effort is involved. And you will find that it's a very beautiful inner journey. You may travel all over the world, but the journey that you make as an inner journey is very unique to the person, and everybody's mind is unique. So the kind of activity that the mind will be involved in, the samskaras that come up, the impressions that you are reminded of, the energy patterns that happen, all of it very different. So there is nothing right about what is discovered in meditation. So the popular reasons for meditation are given as relaxation, concentration, and there are a few types. I'll talk a little bit about it. Now in terms of the types of karma, okay, like types of karma that involve Bhagavan, there are 3 types. Some of you may be familiar with this. Vachikam karma, so karma involving my body in the sense of a puja. So again, it is related to Ishvara, it is a karma, so therefore karma definitely gives results. Then, that is Kaikam karma, okay, Kaya means body. So we might have seen Kaya is a very famous skin clinic, and they do a lot of things in different parts of India, and I think other parts of the world as well. So Kaya means body, and Kaikam means a karma done with a body. Vachikam is what you say, so some sort of mantra chanting will be Vachikam, a prayer, Vishnu Sahasranama, all karma involving the organ of speech, so it is Vachikam. And Manasam karma, which is mental activity that is centered on Ishvara. So this whole thing about meditation, there's lots to be discovered. It is described differently as an inner journey, as a contemplative art, also as a scientific investigation. But the main thing we need to remember is that we learn to be ourselves. Okay? No meditation is greater than the meditator. Just like no situation is greater than I, the person, there is no meditation that is greater than the meditator. And we learn to relax when we are in touch with ourselves. So this is very important, that I can be myself. I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to make an effort to be different. So the whole world, including media, keeps telling me how different I need to be. And some of us, if we don't pay attention, we may feel the pressure to be different. So this being oneself, we're not fully used to it. We also find that we have to be in different situations where we have to behave differently. We may have chosen it, still it is something that doesn't come naturally to us. So the whole process of meditation is to recognize how easy, how comfortable one is when one is with oneself, when one is oneself. No effort. In fact, even amongst the people we love, at least initially, what happens is that we love the person because we feel comfortable in their presence. Don't have to make extra effort. It's so easygoing, it's so spontaneous, it's so relaxing. Because you are yourself. The more effort is involved, then we struggle with the effort. So now the question is, but why bother with all this meditation? So we are listening to Vedanta. We don't need meditation. Give us the main stuff, okay? Give us Vedanta. We don't want meditation. Well, actually, if we look at hundreds and thousands of generations, meditation has been an integral part of everybody's sadhana. There is no escape, and there is no need to escape from meditation. And much of the meditation that we see across the world, so there are hundreds and thousands of meditations, most of them, in fact I would think all of them, are based on the Bhagavad Gita, on the Upanishads, so there are some upasanas mentioned, and the Yoga Sutras. Even if you look at Buddhism, so Buddhism, as we know, a so-called religion that has moved out of India, but much of what has been learned about meditation, the source continues to be India. So now, if that is the case, there are a few things mentioned about how to meditate, what to meditate on, etc., etc. And we learn the ways of the mind, basically. Yeah, we learn about the ways of the mind. So I just want to very quickly talk about the 4 types of meditation. These are 4 types in the sense of what we follow. There could be more types, okay? So one is a relaxing form of meditation. So in this, the aim is to relax the mind and the body. Technically, we will not consider it as meditation because there is no Ishvara involved in this. Still, because the modern person doesn't know how to relax, we need to go on vacation to relax, we need the weekend to relax, or we need to come home to relax, okay, or we need to be in a corner to relax. So we have to learn the art of relaxing wherever we are. So here relaxation, when we say a mind that is alert and relaxed. Because relaxed doesn't mean that one is a total slob and you just sack out and basically you're tired. We don't mean that kind of relaxation. That you are relaxed, there is a general prasannata, and you are also alert. So there are lots and lots of meditations which fall into this category of relaxation meditation. Then there is the second type of meditation called focusing meditation. Here, I direct my mind, or I focus my attention on a particular object of meditation. It could be my breathing, it could be a mantra, it could be an image. So we recently saw in Vishnu Sahasranama, Pushkarakshaha, so the one with lotus eyes. So that image could be something I focus on, or it could be the sound of Om. And this we find, when we are engaged in something which is of great interest to us. It could be riyaz, if one is trying to sing. Sometimes even when people are on Facebook, they are in a totally different zone, I have seen. Okay, so they are so intent, they are so focused on reading stuff that it almost seems like they have forgotten themselves. So I won't necessarily recommend it as a type of meditation, what I'm highlighting is that there is a certain focus and the mind is directed to that object for a length of time. We also see this in sports, any kind of sports that somebody plays. So there is some focused effort involved in that. Then the third type is value meditation, where I try to bring an inner transformation by changing my thought patterns. So we know that some of us are victims of our own thinking. The kind of thinking is kind of mechanical. So suppose if an example might be, I walk into a place and I feel, oh, somebody's going to laugh at me. They won't accept me. Something's wrong with me. Okay? Nobody has said anything. Nobody has made any faces at me. Nobody has said anything. Yet, it is my immediate thought pattern that comes up. Okay? And then I will find ways to justify that. See, I thought as much. Nobody looked at me. Nobody looked at me. Everybody is very busy. I shouldn't have come here only because, people don't readily accept me. So I'm a divorcee. So now I'm sure everybody keeps thinking, keeps wondering what's wrong with her, what's wrong with him, So you can see how I build up. Okay, we are brilliant at building up and working ourselves into sadness. So this kind of a mechanical pattern I identify and I try and change it. And the thing about thought is that it is just a simple thought, but it is so subtle, it is fleeting, but some of them, they create grooves. So just like we have seen, when the water is soft, yielding, you would say it has no power at all compared to a hard rock. But then when we see the water flowing for years and years on different types of stones, pebbles, we find patterns created. And the way we think about situations, about ourselves, about people, create certain striations. If the mind is like a stone, pliable thing, it creates that. So we need not worry about it. We just have to be aware of it. And we don't try to fight it. We try and create newer pathways. So there is a lot of testimony to this in modern science in terms of learning, how learning takes place, and these neural pathways, neurons being fired every time you learn something new. So we need not struggle with the old pattern. We focus on building a new pattern. So this kind of thing we also do in value meditation. So because we recognize how subtle thought is, and if something needs to be changed, then I need to realign. So if I feel that, oh, I don't think I can handle some situations, then I will create another thought flow, a pathway. See that I can handle what needs to be done. I can do. No. So then another thought pattern will come. No, I don't think I can. No, I can do it. So you focus on that. It's also referred to as affirmation. So we do that. And then the fourth type is devotion-based meditation, where at the seat of meditation, I recognize my sense of connectedness with the whole. So here it does evoke a lot of gratitude, a lot of peace, a lot of reverence. And this is truly Saguna Brahma Manasa Vyapara. There are other types of meditation which are based on energy work, which are based on moving energy patterns with the help of mantras, with the help of certain chants, with the help of certain kriyas. So these are also very powerful meditations, and they are helpful in clearing emotional blocks as well. Okay, so I won't be talking too much about that. We'll see how it goes. I have not yet planned how many sessions of meditation to take. Definitely this one and perhaps the next one we will be doing this. So now the first step is learning to relax. So we discover a relationship with a relaxed body. Okay, so relaxed body, there is stuff that the Shastra says about that. So sthiram sukham asanam, that is the definition of an asana. So of course we can tie ourselves in knots also, but we may not be able to retain that posture for a long time. So sthiram, in the sense that I discover a posture which is stable. And generally, if people don't have problems with their knees or whatever it is better to sit cross-legged Padmasana. Also, what you sit on is referred to as asanam. So sthiram, it is stable and it definitely causes sukha. So just to impress somebody or even myself, I don't need to sit in a posture that is uncomfortable. In the 6th chapter, the Gita talks about where to sit, how to sit. Okay, there are 1 or 2 verses on that. And it also talks about some details about the posture. Samam kaya shiro grivam. So grivam, we use the word Nila Griva for Shiva. So the neck, the shiraha, the head, and the trunk, they are in alignment. Not horizontal alignment as in sleeping, but in vertical alignment. So that is something to be done, and your base is steady. So it's not like a Tanjore doll that you are swinging left, right, and this, that, the other. That may happen as a result of meditation, but when you start, you don't swing. You sit comfortably. Okay. So now, then 1 or 2 more things and then we can go into a meditative session. Also in terms of your hands, so there are people who have, they can like sort of keep their hands like this, or generally what we prefer is, because it sort of, your entire energy it conserves, so we can clasp our fingers and keep it on the lap. Okay, so if people find it difficult to sit on the floor, they can prop themselves up with a few pillows for their base. So that's one option. Or if we are sitting on a chair, then we ensure that our feet are on the ground. If our feet don't reach the ground, then we try and ensure that there is some sort of a stool or a base whereby we can retain the posture, because we don't want to change the posture. So in time we can get what is called asana siddhi. Yeah. So is everybody reasonably comfortable? Yes, everybody is reasonably comfortable. They have found the right chair, the right posture, everything. Okay. So today I thought we will focus more on just learning to relax the body, and also watching the breath. Okay, I'm keeping it very preliminary, but these are very important basic steps before we proceed. Okay. So what I will do is I'm going to shut down my video so that only the voice is there, and because I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Okay. So what we do is, so I'm going to turn my camera off, and then I'll turn it back on again at the end of the session. Okay. Okay. So now we sit comfortably. We make a sankalpa at the beginning saying, I may have a lot of things on my mind, a lot of responsibilities, perhaps some unresolved issues, but I will not be distracted by any of this during the meditation session. I give myself permission to keep all that aside and be available fully in this session. I can return to all these issues when my session is over. So I gently open my eyes and I close them. I do it again. I gently open and close. We do it another time. Gently open the eyes and close. I now go to every body part to ensure that it is fully relaxed. Starting with the head, I turn my attention to my forehead, my eyes, my entire face. If there is any contraction or tension experienced, I just relax the muscles of my face. I move downwards. My neck is relaxed. My shoulders, arms, palms and fingers are relaxed. My upper back, my lower back, relaxed. My chest, stomach and pelvic region also relaxed. Both my thighs, left and right, I see them as relaxed. If there is any tension in any part, I contract that muscle and then I relax it. My legs and feet, toes, all relaxed. Whatever thoughts come, I have no problem with it. I don't judge it. I am not looking for an experience. I just am a conscious being. With a sweep of vision, I see that my entire body is now relaxed. I turn my attention to my breath, and I don't make an effort to regulate it. I just observe the process of inhalation and exhalation. So as I inhale, I observe the air entering the nostrils, traveling down the windpipe and into the lungs. And even when I exhale, I observe the air being released from the lungs, going up the windpipe and leaving the nostrils. To help prevent the mind from wandering, a technique that you could use is with every inhalation, you count. So as I inhale, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with every exhalation, I can count 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or I can repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what we will do over the next few minutes. With every inhalation, I count, and with every exhalation, also I count. Allow the natural rhythm of breathing. I continue to observe the breath as I inhale and exhale. I slowly prepare myself to observe the last inhalation and exhalation. I can palm my hands and take them to my eyes. And gently open them while my eyes are palmed. And then slowly release my palms from my eyes. So we don't have to, it's not an imposition to meditate, okay? As we meditate, we discover some things, okay, about ourselves, and in time it will become a habit, much like brushing or bathing. So we don't want to set ourselves up for unrealistic expectations. We start very small. 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day is very, very good if one is able to consistently maintain it. So I want to just throw it open for all of you to say how the session on meditation was, and also if you have any questions, because we have heard so much and perhaps we have also experimented with a few things. So feel free to share how it was, and also if you have any questions, we'll take that.
It was very relaxing, and but sometimes you don't know whether you've gone off, fallen off to sleep, or you're very much there. So
Yeah.
experiences are not very defined as in knowing whether you're actually sleeping or whether you're there.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
So therefore, because we give ourselves some activity to do,
yeah.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know that, oh, it's slipping off. And initial meditators will doze. Okay, so that goes with the territory. So now, not to worry. But you will.
Sometimes you miss out on observing your breath coming in and going out.
Yes.
So sometimes you lose track of that, and then you consciously revert back to it. So
exactly. So the beauty, when we are talking about meditation, the mind going away all over this world, next galaxy, is a known thing. Is known, and actually it is a nature of the mind to do that. So we don't fight it at all. We just bring it back. It goes to the next neighbor's house, doesn't matter, bring it back. It goes to Antarctica, we still bring it back. Okay, so not to worry, just keep bringing it back. That, because that requires some discipline, and it is a hallmark of a good meditator. Yeah, so a lot of people say, oh, I just can't meditate because my mind was all over the place. Well, they actually haven't understood what meditation is. Mind is supposed to go all over the place, and you still bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah, Swāmini, it was extremely relaxing. My mind was actually very still. It was very alert. I could see some of my thoughts. I could see a flow of thoughts, and once I started watching them, it kind of like they became very still, and then it was just like blankness. I could like kind of like that blankness. At some point, I lost the sense of the body. What I mean is that it felt that I was just hanging. I was like just floating, and
Right.
I was strongly identifying with the mind, but the body sense was like dropping off very quickly.
Okay.
As like I think we spoke privately also before, I was feeling something here, so
Yeah.
I don't want to get much into that, but yeah. It was
Okay.
very relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was same with me also. So, and concentration was a bit more because we have been doing it since a long time. So,
Right.
background noise and everything did not bother at all.
Except for the fact that there were like
A lot
3
of
flies
flies.
that were trying to enter my nose, so that was very uncomfortable. But apart from that, it was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted you to elaborate more on japa meditation because I was constantly focusing on one japa, Om Namah Shivaya,
Yes.
constantly. Like I was observing my breath also, and I could constantly keep that japa alive also. So, can you elaborate more on this?
Oh, I will do that more next time. Okay, because what we do is with the relaxation meditation, we can club a lot of things. So with every inhalation, we can club a lot of visualization. We also can club in some energy work. We can club in, we can combine basically. We twin it also with a mantra. So with every inhalation, with every exhalation, etc. So I think it is better to do it rather than talk about it. Huh? So I will leave it for that. Yeah.
I also had like one more observation that I think in the starting of the session, as you mentioned, that once you start thinking along a certain line, it starts building synapses which are like based on that.
Yes.
So even starting there when you said count from 1 to 6, my mind as like Unnati and I, when we do japa on the Panchakshari, so it automatically went over to that. And at first I was trying to come back to the counting, but then I didn't fight it afterwards because it just left.
Ah, so it's amazing, no? And what we want to do is we want to have a lot of meditative techniques in our toolbox. Okay. Because different meditative techniques different work in different ways, and for us it's a sustained practice because we will discover a lot of insights about ourselves. We may also discover certain powers, okay, some siddhis. We may, but the main thing is we relate to Bhagwan. I mean, that's the main thing. And as our exposure to the Shastra grows, then even when we are studying Drikdrishya Viveka, there are some very beautiful meditations given in terms of contemplating on oneself as a reality. Okay, so actually very well said Prashant and Unnati that aisa ho sakta hai. So the mind resists. No, I don't want to meditate like this. I want this way. So this is a known thing. So we try different ways and we figure out what works for us. Okay, everything has its value, and this is just very very preliminary stuff. So we eventually want to get into Japa Dhyanam, but I will talk more about it next time. Any other questions or any other comments?
Swamiji,
Swamini,
Yes, Syama Krishna.
Swamiji, I had problems with this poster. Poster I had.
Sorry, you have to be a little louder.
Frequently, I had problems with this poster. Sitting poster.
Okay.
That was other than that, it was some thoughts used to
Okay.
come. I returned back to
Uh-huh.
observing that
Okay.
this poster thing was the problem.
Say again, poster did you say? I didn't get it.
Poster asana.
The posture, yes, yes. So then it's better to, yeah, Padmasana is difficult. Yes, Ardha Padmasana, or initially you can start sitting on a chair. Or you can sit on a pillow.
Oh,
Yeah, that you can sit on a pillow. But you have to ensure you are comfortable.
uh,
Yeah, so not to worry, not to worry.
I
Because
can
then you're
do.
meditating on the right posture actually. That, oh, this is so uncomfortable
Yeah,
and stuff like that. That's fine. All this happens initially. You want to find the right posture for yourself. Yeah.
yeah. I can actually sit in Padmasana if it is not I am not meditating, but when I am meditating, it's like it is very difficult. Actually, oh, this is uncomfortable. I will shift to that like that.
Okay. Okay. What about this Ardha Padmasana? Not possible. That's also tough.
I tried that also, but
Okay.
that also was being difficult.
Okay. So next time you try sitting on a chair. In fact, that's what I want to recommend. That from tomorrow onwards, see if you're doing other kinds of meditative work, that's fine. You can continue with it. For those who are not doing it or doing it sometimes, I want to suggest that you all start from tomorrow. Preferably do it in the morning. But if it's very busy, very hectic in the morning, then find a time, sometime in the evening, uh, before dinner to do this. Okay, and try and stick to a certain time or try and stick to a certain time range. We want to ensure that we are regular, so we don't want to have too many expectations of us either. So that I will do it every day. If I can't do it in the morning, I will do it in the evening. And I find a time range within which to do it. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. And what you will find is that a lot of these things, they become so spontaneous that even when you are not meditating during the day, you will find yourself being relaxed. Because it becomes it becomes very spontaneous, and it becomes a part of you. It's a practice, but the practice contributes to you. Yeah? Any other questions or any other comments?
Yes, Swāmini, I just wanted to say the initial part when we were relaxing the whole body, that was very relaxing actually. That really, I tried doing it like earlier when I started meditation, but then I left it. But now today when we did it, it was extremely relaxing to actually, focus on the entire body from head to toe and relax the entire body. It was very nice. However, I have a lot of problem in observing my breath. I cannot, it's very difficult for me to actually, observe myself inhaling and exhaling. I don't realize when I'm inhaling.
So when you're saying observing your breath, do you feel the sensation of the air going inside and coming out?
No, coming out still, but inhaling, I cannot observe myself inhaling. And then you said, when you said observe it through your lungs, I just cannot observe it.
So it's more about visualizing. Yeah, you're a creative person. You can visualize air going in.
Yeah.
Nostrils. So I'm not necessarily saying the school science where we have studied, right? All of that. So something like that. We are not, it's just some simple visualization. The main thing is you're directing your mind towards a certain movement, and if it helps, then initially you may make little extra effort to inhale. Suppose you are not able to observe, you're not able to feel the sensation of the air going in, then you make thoda extra effort and you say, and you're counting. Yeah, so you try that and you see. I'm sure it will be fine. Yeah, we are not trying to visualize ourselves sitting somewhere and breathing. We are just trying to observe the sensations that we are experiencing without any judgment. Yeah, we are not saying, "Arey, barabar se nahi ho raha hai mera meditation. Oh, I have to do something." No. We just learn to relax. And if back is hurting, then I think a chair is the best thing for now. Try and get a chair with a backrest, and so that you get a taste of meditation, and then in time you can move to sitting on the floor, for longer periods of time. Now, in terms of steady mind, that is not our purpose, to get a steady mind. Okay, so our purpose is only to observe the breath. In the observation of the breath, you will find that the mind slows down. You will find that the mind becomes steady. But if I don't focus on my breath and I try and steady the mind, I am trying to exert a lot of force, okay, lot of force, and the mind will definitely rebel. Okay, so everybody's mind is like that, and you can't try and whip it into steadiness. Just focus on the breath, and the mind will become steady. Yeah, Karishma?
Swami,
Yes.
Swāmini,
Sorry, 1 second. Let me just check with Karishma because it was her question. Yes.
yeah, it's like from time to time my mind gets off from my breathing, so that's what I meant. I kept thinking of for tomorrow, or what will I do next. So I have to focus my mind back on my breathing.
Yeah, yeah. And here it's very important to be as loving and caring to your own mind. Okay. So it's like, how Yashoda would be very loving with Krishna. I mean, until she would really lose her cool. So you just gently bring it back. You don't have to say, oh, my mind, there it goes again. So no condemnation at all. Very lovingly, you say, okay, let's come back. Let's come back. So let's come back to the breathing. So it's going somewhere, okay, I will deal with it later. Let's come back. Yeah. So we want to get into this habit of saying, just gently nudging the mind to come back. Yeah. Okay. And does everybody have a mantra for japa? All of you?
would you suggest any particular one to start with?
No, I will. Yeah. Om. This what Pujya Swamiji uses is Om Ishaya Namaha. So Isha standing for the Lord. So some people may say Om Namah Shivaya because they relate to Shiva. Somebody may say Om Namo Narayanaya. So they relate to Narayana. Because I just wanted to get a sense, because for the next class, I was just thinking in terms of which chant to use. That's really why I asked. Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
it's more easier when you're being guided into doing the meditation, because for a person who's initiating into meditation,
Yes.
it might sort of deviate from what you already plan to do. So how do we go about that, since you are guiding us through the whole meditation?
Yes.
So when we're doing it on our own, so I don't know how successfully we might be.
You try it. You try it, because today's was very, very simple. Okay, very simple, and there's nothing much to remember in terms of instructions. I will try and see how I can upload some audios.
Okay.
So we'll take it one at a time.
Okay.
A lot of the times, we forget these basic steps of relaxation, and then deep in the meditation, then we will, then back is paining and all. So we don't want to be distracted by that. Yeah. So any other questions, or shall we close? Okay, so we can close with the prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukh Abhagavit, Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We can stop broadcast now.